Hello, everyone. It's Nick Geo, and I know that I look a little different. I have new glasses from eyebuydirect.com, EYE buydirect.com. I'll post a link in the bottom. A couple different things today. It's 7:30 p.m. I was at the library for a couple hours after, so that's why it's a little bit darker. Another thing is that I'm not looking at myself right now. Trying to look more at the camera, maybe. And part of that is because I'm trying a new thing with my outline. I have the outline on a different screen, so I see the screen right now. I don't see my face. That way, I'm just not printing, wasting paper, wasting ink when I can just keep it on my laptop, and that way it's kind of like a teleprompter, where I'm not looking down this way. But at the same time, I'm not sure what I'm really doing with my hands, so we'll see how that goes. Um, yeah, today it's a cute video followed by just a more serious announcement. So I think this will be the first video that will go both to multiple playlists, the shorter personal videos playlist and the channel update playlist. And I'll figure out how to make the title be short enough because I usually want to include what playlist they go to um, when I create the titles. So yeah, just this will be just kind of fun. It was a random idea over the weekend. These are the misconceptions that I had growing up, and I had six or seven, and probably everyone out there has had misconceptions. Maybe your family did something weird. Maybe you were doing something weird. Maybe your school was, or your friend group, stuff like that. Or maybe you just thought something was true when it wasn't. So this is kind of, this is pretty much all, elementary school, because that's when we have a lot of misconceptions, and it'll be, I think, in chronological order. So kindergarten, it was the first day. I thought I was going to be working in a garden, so that was kind of funny. And that similar thing where I hear what I'm going to be doing that comes up later on in elementary school. Another thing, this was just kind of a scientific misconception. When I would ride in my mom's car, I remember a distinct memory of riding down this one main road near my um, home, and the moon was on the right side. It was still daytime, I think, maybe like early evening, but I saw the moon, and I thought it was just following me. I thought the moon just followed you wherever you went. So, and then third grade, beginning of third grade, in second grade, we were all taking a math and reading test to see if we were going to be in a gifted program for math or reading or both. And in third grade, I was chosen along with some other of my semi friends, and I thought it was just because we were good at tag. There was this one boy in tag math, because tag stands for talented and gifted. There was one boy who was like probably the best athlete in our elementary school. Like he could run the mile the fastest, and he was really good at football and basketball and stuff. So he was there. So I'm like, oh, we must be good at tag. So that's why we were chosen for this thing. But no. Another part of third grade, this boy and girl were talking in my class, and they were talking about how sex is gross. And I think it was just because both of them had older siblings who might have told them. I mean, they both definitely have older siblings. That's probably how they found that. So smart me, I had to think, okay, what is sex? So I looked up in the dictionary, and it was only like the gender definition. There was nothing about intercourse. So I was like, wait, why is male or female a gross thing? And actually, a funny story about that, I was in daycare maybe probably sometime after that, and we had whiteboards, like magnetic whiteboards, and there was like these letters that you could put that were like magnets where you stuck them on, and they were different colors. They were like plastic. most people have probably interacted with them, but I wrote a sex sex, and the daycare person there just got really mad at me, so that was funny. Another thing, this was back when I was religious, but also as a kid, I had all the granulomas, and I think because my dad was saying it, um, but I thought it was because like God put that here, and it was like for a reason, and that eventually I'd figure out the reason of why I have had all these surgeries. But no, it was just a random medical thing, and I kind of realized that once I was falling out of religion, early high school, late middle school, and that's kind of when our family stopped going to church a lot. I think, I mean, it was still nice of my parents to try to introduce us to it because maybe we would have liked it. Um, Another thing, this is fourth grade. Fourth grade is when I had my first crush on a girl, and I think most of the year I stood on my tippy toes in the hallway because I wanted to impress her by being taller. Um, but I should have realized I had no outside perspective. Um, I should have realized that I just probably looked really silly. And then end of fourth grade, I was still a ladies' man, and I wrote down my number on some pieces of paper and I gave it to some girls because it was like in case I became famous later on. But we don't even have that home phone number anymore, so it's just dumb. All right, so I don't know what timing we're on because I'm on the outline still. But this is the channel update, and basically, for a long time now, I've been doing mostly 6 videos a week frequency, and I'm not going to be doing that every single week now. I think majority of the weeks I will have 6 videos, but some weeks I'll have less than that because 6 videos a week can be a lot for me, especially when the weekend video is an hour and a half or 2 hours plus the upload time after that takes 20 or 30 or 40 minutes. So I think just with the changing season, things are just going to be a little bit busier. I know that my summer camp was pretty busy, but at the same time, I'm putting back more tasks on myself to do now. So I'll get into those things. But like this weekend already, I know isn't going to be a good weekend. It's going to be really busy. I have the last in-person class for my Google Suite class on Saturday morning, so I got to take the train there, and then afterwards, I'm visiting up with Mark, my friend Mark, and we'll be at the library. I think in the afternoon, wherever a library is close to his apartment, because he's in grad school, med school. But after that, in the evening, he said that his 2 friends want to play doubles tennis against Mark and I, so that'll be fun. Maybe I'll make a video on my triumphant return to competitive tennis or semi-competitive, and we're gonna do some grilling at his apartment after for dinner, so that'll be good. So that's a whole day blocked off for that, and I'll probably get back on the train at night, get back to here at 11:30 p.m. and then ride the bike home. And then Sunday is gonna be busy because I have the women's final on a DVR, and the men's final is in the afternoon. The women's final for U.S. Open tennis is on Saturday, but I got to record that and try to avoid spoilers. And then Sunday also is just the first week of NFL games, and I'm in 3 fantasy football leagues, so we'll see how much I'm invested into it. I might not be. Well, I'm definitely gonna be watching the Bears games, but that's tomorrow, Thursday. So tomorrow might be tough to make a video because I'll have like a 3-hour library day, and then the Bears play at 7:20 or 7:30. So tomorrow might be tough, and yeah, I have to. Yeah, I can't even tell what my hair's like. I can see the reflection in the TV. Um, and yeah, we'll see. I'll probably be watching games though for most of the day just because it's the first week. I have to figure out if I want to be super invested like doing NFL Red Zone or if I want to just watch whatever's on TV. And in terms of how nervous red zone makes me, it's part nervousness, but part exhilaration because every play kind of counts. Maybe I'm overreacting this week, just being everything revved up with my new or my existing job that I'm back at, and watching 4 hours of tennis most nights and doing more at the library. Maybe next week will be better because there's not going to be any tennis. However, I still have a lot to do on my climate/physics class. I got to catch up a lot in that. I'm technically halfway done with the lessons, but I have to review the first half of the lessons so that I can take the midterm and then move on to the second half. I have the 5 hour semester class in less than 2 weeks that I think is going to be a really important class. That'll probably be a lot of work. Other than that, that'll last until mid-December. I have fantasy football, like I said. Northwestern football Arsenal matches on the weekends, so that might hurt the weekend personal videos a little bit. Plus TV shows of It's Always Sunny and South Park starting in late September, which I'll watch. I mean, that's only 40 minutes, 45 minutes a week, but it's another thing. The Probably the bigger thing, just because I'll have more time in the coming weeks a little bit, but I'm slowly running out of video ideas, especially after my decision this past weekend to talk about a lot of things in the September monthly documents personal video that I could have made videos on this month. Just things like looking forward to the future or just things I'm nervous about, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll have an influx of new ideas that come rapidly at some point if I think of the outside the box things that I could do as opposed to just personal videos or recap videos. So I'll need to take some time though to think about those. Yeah, and I compare making YouTube to doing some free writing with my Word documents, all the hundreds I've done over the past couple of years, and usually it's great when I think of it and I just write it because I'm really into it and it's usually good quality writing. I think the problem I've faced with free writing before is sometimes I'll just set it as on my to-do list, like just write in your board document or think a common thing I would add to a to-do list or Google Calendar is think of something to write, which isn't good because then I'm thinking, and if it doesn't come naturally to me, just in the moment, just out of the blue, then it's hard to think of it because it might be less quality and it might be something that I'm not enjoying as much. So, yeah, and I said earlier that today was 3 hours, and then I also made the decision not to exercise on the bike today, the basement bike, so just to save some time. And I'm already making some room for some time. I'm not listening to the fantasy football podcast anymore, just because they kind of rehash a lot of stuff that's already on the ESPN website for that day. So that's about it. Yeah, so I'm back on my camera so I can see. But yeah, it's been about 14 minutes, so not too bad. But I will see you guys most likely on Friday. I think tomorrow is going to be too busy. So, all right, take care. Bye.